Got a shine. Here we go again. You ready? What's good, y'all? How y'all doing? I've been trying to start this show for like an hour and a half. No lie. Really like 2 hours, y'all. I think sometimes I be getting a little tired. I'm a little bit slow starting the show. You know what I mean? But we're gonna go ahead and still get busy. You feel me? How y'all doing? What's going on, man? Happy Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day indeed. This is the best Valentine's Day ever. And you know why that is? It's because we starting to see a change in the men, and the men are starting to get smart. Me and Beloved was going to get our haircut today. See an experienced lady with a whole table and a whole bunch of shit she was selling for Valentine's Day, and maybe she did get her joints off. Hopefully, you know, she made the money she wanted to make. But I said, damn, it's a bad year for you to choose that hustle. If you were talking to a man, they'd point out, say, yo, listen, shout out to AC. It's a lockout. Y'all broads is about to experience a real lockout. Y'all really are seeing pretty much like the end of dating, right? And the restructuring of the mating process and how people get together for long-term relationships. And really, to bring this shit to an end is extremely simple. It's really just a matter of pride from the ladies. You know what I'm saying? And because really, for the most part, everything that men want from women, they can kind of do at will or at least start it. Versus everything that you like in a man, it takes some years to acquire. Even if it's personality, personality takes years to like develop. Everything that's great about a man usually will require time and development. Even like size and and strength and and looking strong. You want to be in shape. That takes time. Listen, some guys are gifted in that way. Where like they could just go and then boom, they in shape. But everyone's not like that. So I don't really got no topics. I'm going to go ahead and go through a few current events. Of course, we're going to discuss the Party Next Door album. So one of the reasons why I discuss Drake on this channel a lot is because, again, on this channel, I want to improve your relationships to people, places, and things. All right. I want to help you improve your communication. I want to help you in your walk in faith, because without good faith, you can't make good long-term decisions, so on and so forth. And the reason why we study Drake, we talk about Drake a lot on this channel, is because the situation is a rare opportunity for you to get to see people's biases play out in real life, and that's okay. If a person gets upset or attacks you for a difference in opinion, that is not healthy. And anytime someone openly disrespects you, that is a form of intimidation and control. They're trying to control or sway you or convince you of something that's not normal or that's not natural. All right. It's one thing to say, I feel like this, you feel like this. All right, cool. This whole time, for the most part, I got a comment on my notification bar right now that I ain't even click yet, and it's someone telling me something negative about a video that I've done concerning K Dot. You know what I'm saying? And this whole K Dot and Drake thing. All day, every day. Right now, my TikTok is more lit than it's ever been because people want to comment on this. It's almost overwhelming. I mean, I might have to turn this shit off soon. You know what I mean? But look, but anyway, so if you're new here, please like, share, subscribe. We're going to talk about that. We're going to touch on the parallels with this suit with Jay-Z. You know what I'm saying? If you guys don't know, Jay-Z has been in a bit of a lawsuit with some allegations. Which we'll get into that, right? And I'm also going to go ahead and finish my Valentine's Day rant. And you know what? We're going to start with a few comedic Jones real quick. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and make sure I pull up my dating profile from hell real quick. You know what I mean? So we can have fun with that. Hold on, y'all. Where's dating profiles from hell at? No. Thought I had already opened. Hold on, y'all. I just wanted to make sure I could share it. All right, cool. All right. All right, y'all. We are lit. We are ready to go. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't know, man, it's a Six Paths TV. Thank you for being here. You know what I'm saying? To start our shows off, we like to go ahead and get into a song first. You know what I mean? We want to enjoy ourselves and y'all be, you know what I mean? Y'all be cool out there. You feel me? Yeah. 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 Peace and blessings, can. Peace and blessings, can. Shine treat me like the king of everything, yo. Gucci everything, moving everything, what? Time to felt like I was losing everything, yo. Bitch, I'm Medellin, Papa give me like a bit of everything, what? In my living room like a president, yo. I mean, polo down in Medellin, what? Always never die, they go to Medellin, I'm tired like a wedding ring. I be rapping till I'm 70, but then I do telepathy. Head in the clouds, cause I'm standing on my legacy. Sorry, treat me like the king of everything. Gucci everything, moving everything, yo. At times it felt like I was losing everything. It's $1 billion poppy, fuck $1 trillion poppy. Put them trillions on my body, kiss my ass like it's some money, yo. Shit was getting bad, talking better than Kalani. But if we talk the game of LeBron, he getting grimy. What? I'ma use it, bitch. I learned from Geechee got it. What? I'm like John got it. If you was God body, shit hit like crash the mouth. What? You can't stop the shine. The spirit was be behind me. Yo, be some blessings, king. Be some blessings, king. Try to treat me like the king ain't. Yeah. Gucci everything, moving everything. Yo, I felt like I was losing everything. I'm a minute king. I'm a minute prize. Nobody's never died. Nobody's never died. I remain the king. I remain the prize. Yo, nobody's never died. Nobody's never died. My main down, be stressed out. Villain errors and demon times and storylines get fleshed out. Yo, holding grudges like a bird when I chirp, so they churn back. Run off on the plug now. You can't get your work. It was cold outside, now it's chinchillas when it's chilly. Nigga, see my ex wallowing in pain. I feel like Gilly, nigga. Willie, nigga, spirit never went. That's a Billy, nigga, on my bullshit. Beard lush like a Philly, nigga. I need a bitch to leave me. Tell the please believe me, peace to the gods when the gods is beating. All my dogs is eating better garden shit. Like the garden eating, got swears like a gun charge. When you catch the meaning, think the catch. I think the pussy should stick together. All y'all eat a diff forever. I'm little bitch with my bitch forever. We get together, need better options. What's live forever? All I know is this food is spread it. Cook, falling off the bone. I still made it home. I don't need you. I can make it on my own. I said, long, let it. These niggas can't hold me back. These niggas can't hold me back. Little long, let it kick. These niggas can't hold me back. Long, let it. They got money, but we got love. They got missiles, but we got love. They got armies, but we got love. They got I was cooked, falling off the bone. I still made it home. I don't need you, bitch. You need you. I can make it on my own. Yeah, I like the way you feel. Now I make it real. Fucking on this nobody. I gotta represent for MT. Like we 30 son with a 20 son. Bitch, I don't know who got you front. Not for nothing, you ain't stop nothing. Big Daddy still ain't got you son. But smoking on rocks and I'm in San Andreas like a rocket son. Oh my God, it's coming. Oh the God is coming. Yeah, it's the big homie, not the little homie. Cause that butter on me fight my demons, trying to let my demons, so I'm never alone. On the bottom, finest money. All I hear is back and funny. Emotional like Carl Thomas, let it rail like Tony, you ain't got no. No way. Long let it. These niggas can't hold me back. These niggas can't hold me back. Long let it. King. These niggas can't hold me back. Fuck with you now, stuck with these trust issues. I got trust issues, but you not do it wrong with you. Let me run with you now, stuck with these trust issues. I got trust issues. Yeah. I don't tell my uncle I'm doing daily affirmations. I take these blunt walks to remember my greatness. So this hour is my favorite. Don't forget who the greatest. Yo, I be with the guys, no God be playing forever. Got the dog and they got the dog. So me with this, yeah, I got the dog and they take the song with me. Yeah. I've been getting mine quietly. I ain't even know that I was battling sobriety. Go shit, I'm doing go shit. Nah, it's the blueprint. It's my young hoe shit. You make less money than a bitch. I should hate it, bitch. It's the big dog. Don't dig it, bitches with a slip. Oh my God, yo. I'm all focused on myself nowadays. I've been betting on myself. My name's Grace. I'm staying on guard to come back. I'm so up the star breaker, success, 6 shots. I caught the rolling and more flavors going up. The shit was being signed to the label. That's the same as waiting on niggas to come and save me. That out my church on the bitch. And Mace Wendell, you was lying. Like you talking this game. I can't erase the but I fuck with you now. Fuck with you now. With these trust issues, I got trust issues with you now. Do it wrong with you, let me wrong with you now. With these trust issues, I got trust issues. Yeah. I got some of my uncle John was doing daily affirmations. I take these little walks to remember my greatness. So this era is my favorite. Don't forget who the greatest show. I be with the guys, your God, we playing favorite. I'm at the work, I wrote this on my last vacation. Brick by brick, like my daddy was a mason. I like the shackles up playing operation. Me and these weak niggas forever adjacent. The only bop, my nigga. I should have bopped my nigga. I said, shout out to Butter from the block, my nigga. I'm a black superhero to my ops, my nigga. So with me, got static on the shot, my nigga. It's a green light, not a limelight. But you better get your mind right. Know what I'm like, yeah. Deactivated my sense chip. I bought me some better clothes. Escaping from risky clothes. Oh, go shit, I'm doing go shit. Nah, it's the blueprint. It's my young hoe. Shit, you less money than the bitch. I just hating on the bitch. It's the big dog. Go nigga, bitches with a step. Oh my god. Yo, my homie gave me work. And my daddy gave me stop. Hello, dog, that's my old friend. I ain't seen you in a while. You a hating ass bitch. But I know you let my style live every day. I feel much like now, so hate me now. You niggas rapping with abandonment issues. What? I'm sat chipping, but it's a little long. And it's the two, and I'm getting you niggas and shit. Who's what I'll do the dishes with niggas? I said I fuck with you now. With these trust issues, I got trust issues with you now. I do it wrong with you, let me wrong with you now. With these trust issues, I got trust issues. Yeah. And I told my Uncle John I'm doing daily affirmations. I take these long walks to remember my greatness. Era is my favorite. Don't forget who the greatest show. I'll be with the gods. Your God be playing favorites. What's good, y'all? How y'all doing? The world is very much on fire right now. I got my son in the background. He mischievous as ever. All right, he's still plotting. You know what I'm saying? He's still a force to be reckoned with. You feel me? I don't know what's going on over there. But anyway, clap it up for yourselves. Over to the show. Over to the show, you made it. You could be anywhere in the world, but you're here with us real quick. All right, man. Yo, let's go ahead. You know what I mean? And you know, share. You know, let's go ahead and start with dating profiles from hell. So I actually I didn't realize that video was getting views. So that video was actually getting views right now. It's crazy to me. So I did part 1 the other day. So it seems as though, let me say something quick. I may not be able to share that slide. Let me see something. Because I opened it up right, but I don't see a way to look at it. Let me see. No. Nah. Nah, it's not gonna work that way. Let me see, because I do it this way. No, it's okay. I'm going to open it up through do Google Drive real quick. Hold on, guys. So this is dating profiles from hell. So this is pretty much a compilation of profiles that I come across with people. So I don't have their faces in it or nothing like that. So no one's being exposed or nothing of this sort. But you know, but yeah, so I thought it'd be interesting to do this series just so like other women can kind of get an idea of like what it looks like when guys are dating and what guys experience. So, I mean, you know, it's kind of funny, you know. But this is what, and again, I'm sure there's some guys out there that's making crazy profiles, but for the most part, you hear this shit on social media, and you also can kind of hear social media talking points in these dating profiles, and I always talk about this, like, man, you know, like almost none of these dating profiles, to be honest with you, like read like someone that you want to get to know. So anyway, let's check. No, I'm sorry, I did this one already. Hold on, I was getting ready to give y'all Ew. Oh, you know what? I have crazy girls in here too. There's this girl that I want to do a breakdown on, but it would be too much like singling someone. Now I spoke on it a little bit, but anyway, let's see what we got, man. All right, let's check it out. Let's see what this one says. Now I haven't read none of these in a long time, so they all might not be that good. But so let's see what we can get. All right, here we go. So I'm gonna read this one to y'all. I'm gonna make it a little bigger, and yeah, we're gonna start the show, man. So, mother of two, business owner. Oh, okay, yeah. And listen, everyone on here owns a business. Now, business owner listen, has lost all weight. It was a time where if you said you were a business owner, I would assume so many things about you. I'm like, oh man, you get into the bag. All right, you're someone I can listen to, someone that I could trust. Okay. You were a potential pillar of the community. All right. All right. Business owner, God-fearing, loyal, creative, healed. Okay. All right. Not too bad. Here we go. The weirdest shit. Do not ask for my number and not talk or respond. Under 35, nah, an emoji. I don't know what that emoji means. I don't get that emoji. It's weird. It seemed like you saying that you're going crazy. Just in search of a solid individual who has something going on for himself, because I do. Someone that understands reciprocity and stand on his words. Excuse me. Everybody talk heavy, but your actions speak loud and come correct. If I don't hear back from you by the next day, our conversation is deleted. I'm not chatting or texting forever. So that one's actually not that bad, but we must do a little translation. We cannot just let this just stand as it is. Okay. So first of all, that one wasn't the worst. All right. Again, I have not looked at none of these in a minute, but I want to expose a play right there. So a lot of women, especially the older ones, they waste their time in these bios. They don't see the bio as an opportunity or a way to kind of pull you in. Because again, modern women, a part of liberal thinking and woke thinking, and just everything outside of what I guess how a conservative would think is mostly about breaking all boundaries and kind of not really doing. It revolves around a lot of like short term thinking. All right, where like what you're saying and doing makes sense if it's just for you. But if you think about, what kind of effect is this going to have on me, my life, and the people around me 5, 10, 20, you know what I'm saying? Like true wisdom is the ability to act in a way where you can think 7 generations forward and 7 generations back. But anyway, going back to what I was saying about woke thinking or people who are woke, they don't like competition and don't know how to respond to competition. So people, the more you buy into like feminism and woke, it's all that shit, right? You're offended at competition. So what it does is it stops your problem solving, it stops your brain from working. And what you do is you put more effort into the wrong areas, which is deception. You either deceive me or intimidate me rather than doing things that makes me feel as though this makes sense in a positive way. All right. So what she's speaking to is what a lot of women are experiencing, especially today, like I was saying about earlier with Valentine's Day. This is a beautiful Valentine's Day because so many of these women are single, and you're going to stay single. And I'm happier. You know why I'm happy you're single? Because that means that you don't have that lowers the possibility that you don't have no man who love you and is trying to do his best for you, and you're taking them for granted. Because more than likely that's what's going on. Sir, you cannot play that in the background during my show. Go in the living room, baby, playing copyrighted music from the record labels. Go in the living room, please, or go in your room. Go in the living room now, please. Anyway, so what you see going on here is that what the women are experiencing is the men have wisened up. because the whole pursue and cold approach, all that shit makes it easier for her selection process. If all the men come to her, right? Which nothing wrong with that. But if all the men come to her, she has a guarantee of if this guy is interested. That's one of the reasons why women try to talk you into that. That's never been a thing. People have never just gone around. That's never been a thing for men to just go around on a regular basis all day, every day, trying to meet women. Honestly, it's a very black thing. Honestly, in other cultures, it's a little not weird, but cold approaching, like coming to a complete stranger and stopping them on the street and trying to get their number within the first 5 minutes of meeting them. In other cultures, that's actually like that's not how people meet. People meet in the community. People, and don't get me wrong, you could meet at a social gathering, maybe, or maybe y'all at a party. Of course, I think we get a party that's it's more acceptable. But as far as like seeing someone out somewhere walking down the street and you just stop what you're doing and you stop and you go approach them. Nah, people don't really people don't really do that in mass. But black women have for them. Well, yeah, I guess they're part of it. Black men have this insecurity about whether or not like they're desired by most women, which is not a healthy thing to ever ponder or really desire, because it's not really important. Or we want to be attractive to most women, so that's how black men become so goddamn seductive. All right, in terms of being able to like convince you. And one thing about being good at convincing people is women enjoy the act or the experience of being convinced, because she'll give you opposition damn near just for the sake of seeing what you do, seeing how you respond to it. You know what I'm saying? See if you let her get away with certain things. You know what I mean? But it's mostly kind of like a daddy attention kind of thing, where it's like, all right, I want to see what you do. And a lot of times it's mostly to get your attention, because when you have these kind of conversations where you're frustrated, you're upset, or whatever it is and whatnot, like for her that's engaging, because you're engaging with her. Your eyes are on her. You're getting emotional. You're getting, you know what I'm saying? And for her, that's on experience. And she has to have her own level of self-control to realize, if I'm not careful, if I'm not being mindful, this will get out of hand. Okay. And this will stop being fun and it'll turn into something real. I'm sorry. I am the belching content creator. Sorry about that. I'll be hearing this shit on the playback. I'm like, yo, like the mic is so good that if I belch, like if I even cover my mouth, like, or when I drink things, I'm like, yo, this is like picking up everything. Yo, shout out to the lighting. You know what? I feel like the lighting got better when I moved over here. I think because like I'm facing the window, so like the moonlight. Like I love to record at nighttime here. Like nighttime has always been best. If you got like lights, either you gotta be in a dark room. Like so, like when we go somewhere else or whatnot, I'm gonna try to like maybe like get like a room with no windows, or get like some really dark blinds or some shit like that. It's over. All in all, it's over. It's a wrap. It's over. Cold approaching, no more. Especially with the older guys, especially with guys who got it going on. Because you got to realize, not every man. First of all, the deeper you get into your into your purpose, when you start talking about guys that's like 32 and over and whatnot, that's when like you're like the horniness has come down and you can think way more clear. Like when you're in your 20s, it's very hard to like be single and focus on anything. You know what I'm saying? That takes a lot. It's a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like you couldn't really, especially if I had options, you couldn't have convinced me to do that shit. You know what I'm saying? But when I found something to focus on, and I found a goal that was worth striving for and fighting for and whatnot, my mind is only on that. Even with this content shit, yo, when it first of all, it's happening right now. Shout out to all y'all that joined the channel. I really appreciate it. And shout out to all you meat writers that be in the comment section. So it seems as though I had to lay off y'all in the comment section because I've been lighting y'all up. So I got a notification from YouTube saying, Rich you made the European comment. You made Rich be in German. Let me forget y'all. Folks coming here bothering me. Just defending myself. I'm gonna still respond, but I'm gonna try to respond with curses, and I'm gonna find different ways to be dissing y'all, Uncle D style. Shout out to Uncle D. Pause. So, but now it's over, man. So yeah, so this Valentine's Day, like I said before, I ain't seen no balloons at my job. I ain't seen none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because the men are getting on the same page. So, and it's not really a negative thing. It's a simple fix. The women are going to have to actually ask them. So, actually, just make the effort to just listen to what the men are saying and what the men want. Okay, and also do not do the whole, well, that's what you want kind of thing. All men want mostly the same thing. If you do these sites if you do the same 10 things, most men want a woman that cooperates, a woman that looks good. That's 2. 3, gives BJs freely. That's cooks. No one. You know what's crazy about the whole cooking and cleaning conversation? We don't even specify what level you have to be on or what food you have to make. It's one thing. If I said, yo, you had to be able to cook a meal for 100 people, you know what I'm saying, or you had to be able to feed a whole army, a whole Navy fleet, or some shit like that. Or if I'm asking you to make something that you can't make, I'm saying, hey, I require a fresh elk every, you know what I'm saying? Or like no one's even asking you to make mutton chops or any kind of delicacy. These niggas will eat burgers. These niggas will eat sandwiches. Okay? And you could just be a bro who just hooks up a mean sandwich. And that man will eat that sandwich every day. You could just be someone who can make 5 sandwiches. Yo, listen, she cute and you cooperate and everything. Yo, he'll think that you're like a superhero or some shit. The bar is low especially for black men. The bar is low. Black men really don't be wanting nothing. Well, black men have whittled down their wants from a woman down to don't be mean, just don't be nasty. Don't be nasty to me. Sex and and make food and just clean up for. These are all things that they can do when they sleep. The men have had time to compare notes. The men are talking on a large scale, more similar to how women can communicate. All right. And the men are catching up in terms of being able to transmit information. So a few things have changed. For one, it's not that if you have kids, you can't get a man. You're going to have to take it back to Big Mama rules. Where Big Mama had kids, she wasn't coming to no man that was willing to come live with them and help take on these bills and improve the quality of life. She wasn't trying to treat him like shit. That's where the jealousy comes from previous generations. Because the woman understood that. But the thing is, when you see your mother with another man and she's giving her all to him, that's weird to you because it's not your father. And women don't always actually explain to the kids, this is my man, okay? I have to listen to him. I have to stay by him. We have a relationship. You know what I'm saying? And that's another reason why, listen, you need to do whatever you can to have a wonderful relationship with the man you have kids with and vice versa. Because women are not made to have kids by one man and then go off and be happy with another one. they'll try it because again, when women are very easily tempted, and that's one of many reasons why relationships are not forming. Because when they do form, modern women are not able to stay in relationships. Black women in particular, and one of the main reasons why is because your mother can't really teach you commitment. If you grew up with mostly your mother or mostly your mother's influence, and you do not have a respect for your father or admiration for your father, if you don't respect someone, you can't learn from someone that you don't really respect and admire. If you can't see the good in them, you're not really learning from them because you won't see them as someone you can learn from. That's another reason why it's important to respect everyone, or at least try. We always having a revelation on the channel. Please like, share, subscribe if you're watching right now. I'm just saying, though, I stay getting prolific. You know what? Clap it up for yourselves. I know my energy not that high, but we still want to cook and do what we can do. Hopefully, the sound of my performance I did earlier was good. Yeah. That one's gonna be another one y'all don't see, but I've been working on my like beginning of the show performance and like doing songs and shit. So I've been trying to get the volume right and the audio right, you know what I'm saying, so that you guys can hear it and enjoy it, you know what I'm saying? It don't sound weird. So I did pretty good yesterday, but could have found out I didn't have this mic on, so I did the whole show. It don't sound terrible, but it's not to my standard though. You know what I'm saying? It's not to my standard. And also I didn't do my vocal like warm-ups today, so I can see that I'm not able to say certain words the way I would like to. But anyway, so let's read one more and then we'll move on. Oh yeah, my bad. So just to recap, you see a lot of this on the Facebook dating where they talk about like, yo, basically, I want you to ask me out on a date, but I don't want to do anything to convince you of that. So what's happening is when she talks to these guys, she doesn't really know how to not so much convince them, but just have a conversation. You know what I'm saying? Like she's the equivalent of the guy who's trying to smash him the first time I meet. You know what I'm saying? Or the guy who's trying to like talk about sex the first time you have a conversation. Like she's being like that's who she is. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of women, again, because they don't really see men as human beings, and they don't really realize that you don't really see them as a human being like that, especially if it's a black woman. She don't really see as a human being. So the idea of like talking to you and actually getting to know you, via text and asking you questions and asking you things, and because I mean, listen, I've experienced Facebook dating and whatnot. I mean, I already knew like what's up. But I mean, none of the conversations really went anywhere because the women didn't realize that you don't come across as interested. So for the most part, Facebook dating for me, it's kind of just a social experiment. So I have old pictures up there for when I was heavier, well, I'm pretty sure around the same size I am now, but when I was a little bit younger, and I actually I look better now. But it's been just pretty much an experiment of like, all right, well, my profile doesn't really say anything about me. It's just a few pictures, honestly. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and the point is to kind of see, all right, well, what kind of reaction can I get with like minimal effort and everything. And on top of that, so anyway, what I come to find was, and again, I don't think it's intentional. I think it's just that they really don't know what to do. You know what I'm saying? They don't know how to move things along. For the most part, in their mind, what they think is, also too, one more parallel of how women can think like children. I think you all have heard how like women kind of want you to read their mind, right? Kind of like when you're a kid, like when you're a kid, to a certain degree, you know what I'm saying? Like, to a certain degree, you kind of think everyone, how can I say it? You don't have the ability to factor in the thoughts and experiences of other people when you say and do things, right? So to a certain degree, you kind of make assumptions that people understand what you're talking about, where you're coming from, or they understand the reference that you're using. You don't really think about the fact that they don't know that person, or they haven't been there before. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have less of an idea that with women for the most part, they can do that as well, where they'll know how they feel about something, and it's hard for them to communicate how they feel, or they'll know what their thoughts are on something, but they won't really. It doesn't occur to them that the other person doesn't understand, and you're not explaining it good. But anywho, so there's that. 1 second. Let's see if I can get a real good one, man. All right, here's a good one. Passionate, adventure-seeking partner in crime. Mom of 4, grandma of 1. I know it's true. Anywho, let's explore new horizons together. Not a fan of staying in one place for too long, but always up for a good, genuine time. No boring dates. Promise. However, always include food. Love me right. Fuck my ... brain. Everything will be all right. Interested in a partner or teammate. My schedule is hectic. However, the patient last man standing shall enjoy the prize. Me. Kind of made this sound like an auction. So we actually have a grandma. That's someone's grandma. All right. We have never had so many grandmas trying to date and trying to get piped down ever in history. I think these are the most grandmas to ever be trying to get piped down ever in history, and also one a provider. And it's crazy how many of y'all are on the hunt for that invisible man. Now, that profile wasn't terrible, but it's crazy how, like, modern women just be telling on themselves. Now, if you notice, if you go through a lot of these profiles, they almost always mention sex. And what I gathered is that Black women and modern women in general, but Black women in particular, don't really understand dating and getting together, and don't understand the opposite sex whatsoever. You know what I'm saying? Like throughout, there's so many videos you can find online of women talking about how much men don't understand women, and so on and so forth and whatnot. And for the most part, I really come and understand with this thing about everything you hear women say about men. A lot of that is from their perspective and is based on how they think. The stuff they accuse, because they only could think of it because that's what they think about. You know what I'm saying? Sir, turn that down. He just keeps coming back, bro. This guy's a menace. Yeah, man, like things have changed, bro. Things have changed. So, what's going to have to happen, and this is a point that KS would talk on a lot, is you're going to have to offer a good deal and come up with a good deal. All right. And lucky for you, men are designed to love women. And that's the best part for all y'all. You don't have to go outside. You don't have to. Y'all are going outside, but you don't have to go outside. Okay. Like, really, this is a few simple tweaks and you will be golden. Okay. But yeah, man, shit is serious out here. Shit is serious. But not only that, I always reference this video with Alpha Male Strategies, and he was talking about how proud he was of the men who were catching on to the dating scam, and now all you see on dating profiles or dating sites is women talking about what they don't want to happen because they've experienced it. So they experienced a lot of guys trying to get them to come over and smash the first night. They've experienced a lot of guys that's not trying to date them because guys are realizing there was no point in dating you. I'm taking this to huge gamble. I'm just gambling money. That's all dating is for men. It's gambling. All that. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, listen, if you got a lot of disposable income and you're a real cool chick, ain't nothing wrong with that. But for the average guy, especially like right now, for everyone, this is everyone experiencing this shit right there. Doesn't matter what tax bracket you in right now. For the most part, your bills are your bills. Like most people whatever they make, usually they come up with a lifestyle that usually spends a lot of that money. Unless they just came into that money. Hold on, y'all. Sir, I'm doing a show. You have to go play that in the living room, okay? You cannot play that in here, okay? Where's your headphones at? Let them at mommy house? Okay. Go sit in the living room, Levi, with that, okay? Because it's distracting. Nah, he playing that tablet. I don't know what he playing. I don't want to cramp his style. I want to have a good time, but you gotta get the show going. But anyway, so that is dating profiles from hell. All right, I know my energy low. Listen, I was trying to rap. I was like, ooh, my energy. Can you say low? So all right, yo. I've been up since like 5 o'clock this morning. It's like almost midnight. So let's take a quick break. I'll be right back. All right, so I came across this video earlier, and it's probably staged, man. But I thought I'd share it anyway, because it still is a real life scenario, and these are still things that black men actually experience. And again, these videos will also be educational. It's a lot of women that more and more women be watching my channel. I'm not sure like why y'all here, but shout out to y'all though. Shout out to y'all for being in the building, man. Yeah. So so this video is about this woman is making a meal. This nigga's just recording the meal. I ain't gonna lie, this meal is some bullshit. I ain't gonna hold you. Like, now I'm thinking more about it. It just pisses me off. And anyone who knows me personally knows that this meal would piss me off. So this is the meal that she's putting together and everything. So here we go.
I want to be single, y'all, and I don't care what you say. I asked this girl for grits.
He said, "I don't care what you say."
Eggs and pancakes. She cooks me potatoes and Brussels sprouts, and I guess I'm about to eat some old rice, and she like deal with it. Like, why do I got
Brussels sprouts, potatoes, and old rice is crazy? If the nigga asks you for pancakes,
I deal with something that I don't want.
That's all I had. So move.
But you see, this is why women get cheated on.
Man, some people
like listen to your man. Some people ain't got nothing to eat. You right, yeah, but we do have it, and you're not listening. So yeah, this is why I'm going out tonight. And don't call me.
So you don't call me. Listen, if this is real, old boy is done. He's at his wit's end. I was talking to a homeboy of mine today. You would think he wasn't married. I said, because I was making the same joke with him about, I'm so proud of men right now. These bras ain't getting nothing for Valentine's Day. Y'all ain't getting shit for Valentine's Day. Almost all y'all single. And a lot of y'all fine out there. You know what's bad? It's a lot of pretty girls are single. Okay. There's a lot of pretty girls. There's a lot of fine. Listen, there's a lot of BBLs out right now tonight. That is lonely tonight. All right. It's a lot of y'all out there with them fake high standards and talking that 50-50 bullshit. It's by yourself tonight. Okay? And that is not by mistake. You guys, first and foremost, no one's expecting y'all to go start approaching men. No, men, I ain't gonna lie, I don't like the idea though. I don't like the idea. Nah, nigga, do not approach me. Because for the most part, because what happens is because men have a hard time saying no, so it messes the balance of things up. But if y'all like a dude, for one, if you need to treat it like a job, like a good job, all right, you gonna keep your good job, right? Because if you don't have the job, he don't want me to cook. Sir, I thought you said you was going to sleep. You gotta turn that off or turn it all the way down or go in the living room, Levi. All right? Are you going to bed? What you doing? I'm asking you. You going to bed? All right. I guess that's just the way of saying you going to bed. All right. Whatever. Okay. It's just I'm trying to cook, son. I'm saying to go the youth. It's the youth. He is a YN 3 times removed. Man, I forgot what the hell I was talking about, man. That's why I keep stopping. Anywho, we talking about Valentine's Day. Well, oh yeah. We talking about everyone is by themselves today. People who had those 50-50 conversations and all this stuff, which no one believes in this stuff. Like all this stuff is pretty much to get men in the defensive position and get men to basically get men to focus on trying to peacock and trying to impress and again, a lot of that shit is just a distraction to keep you busy while she's not doing nothing or while she's not trying to get you to like her. Okay. And you know what? I want to bring up Kendrick. What people do with Kendrick and what they do with Drake is two different things. We are back. This dude is crazy. Parenting is crazy. Relationships are crazy. It is always crazy. Anyway, shit is crazy, man. So, let's go on to this next subject right here, man. But yeah, like I was saying before, man. It's new day. It's a new nigga said I'm about to go cheat on you for making me Brussels sprouts. Oh my god! But real talk though, like I think like especially if you're around. I'm 37, so if you're around my age, like every guy that's kind of in my age group has experienced getting almost like zero cooperation from their women, especially for anything like domestic. If y'all lay together, you know what I'm saying? That's why like real talk, if you can avoid it, or if you're a young man and you want to live with your girl, you need to go talk to older men on basically how to go about doing that shit. All right, because the thing is, I cannot imagine being under the same roof with someone that I'm at odds with, or someone who makes me like really angry on a regular basis. Because what happens is you wind up having to like recluse and go on long walks and avoid the person and all types of shit. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have cool off times and shit like that. You know how many men that I meet or I come across that like don't get no cooperation, who can't get a home cooked meal from their girl, can't get a home cooked meal, and they in a whole relationship. You know what I mean? And that's most black men. Up until now, most black men have tolerated. They may have known something was wrong, but most black men don't really know what to do about it. And a part of that is also like understanding that everyone takes a loss sometimes. You got to realize like when you lost, you know what I'm saying, or just when to move on from something. You know what I mean? And the thing is like when you deal with your woman, if you ever deal with her from the perspective or from the position of like you need her or you're afraid to end a relationship, it's always going to backfire on you because she is not afraid to end a relationship at any time. Women are never afraid. Modern women are kind of fearless in relationships because in their mind, they don't look at life, especially like, again, people who subscribe to like all the isms and wokeism and that super liberal leftist democratic thinking where basically everything is the opposite. Up is down, left is right. All right. If you feel like you're a fish, you can be a fish, you can be a trans fish, and so on and so forth. And again, it's like you're from like bizarro land, and you like normalize doing everything backwards and doing everything in an unnatural way. You know what I'm saying? And really what it kind of feeds into is a particular brand of narcissism. You know what I'm saying? Where you can't be wrong. The moment you start behaving as if you can't be wrong whatsoever, to the point where you can come down on other people, pause. That's narc behavior, beloved. Behaving like a narc. So, all right, man. I don't want to keep y'all too long, man. We're supposed to be doing a short show, but that's not going to happen ever. So, I wanted to speak on this because we are going to get into a Drake topic real quick, and I wanted to speak to how much winners are going to be attacked, and if you choose to be a winner, if you choose to stand out, if you choose to be above average, people will always want to see how strong you are. All right, and when you're a man, it's like people want to see how strong that chin is. They want to see, I wonder if I can knock this nigga out, man. I wonder if I could put him down. especially like the women around you. All right, they will really treat you like he seemed real strong. I wonder how he gonna act if I do this. I want I wonder if he can take this level of betrayal. Because for the most part, when black women be dealing with black men, for the most part, being mean and playing them, that's a part of the experience. And most black women think that that's supposed to happen. Like they're supposed to be mean at some point. But again, all this shit is pretty much for the most part. It's a part of their belief that when white men freed the slaves, that they became like the slave masters because they look at you like property. They talk to you like property. They talk to you as if you're not supposed to talk back. You know what I was hearing earlier? I was listening to an old. Now these conversations sound crazy now, and that shows how much of an impact Kevin Samuels had in the world because now things have changed. More brothers when they appear on in real life, online and whatnot, brothers are at least making it a point to not let the women come in there and run shit. It will happen and stuff like that, but more brothers are like, nah. Not only that, the conversation he was having, it's the conversation that almost can't be had now, especially between people who are appearing online. Because for the most part, because again, now the men have been listening to this content and they have a better idea of what of the language they need to have certain conversations. Now, again, that leads to people just following talking points at times, but the talking points are still based on reality. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's a talking point about younger women are more attractive, older men are more established. Whether you like it or not, that's a fact. When I was a young guy, yeah, I maybe didn't want to hear that when I was young. I mean, I think I understood that though. I wouldn't have hated on, yeah, he's 40. Of course he has his life together. Of course he has his own place, or he has a real nice car and this and that. Like a young guy that's like 25 cannot compete with me at all. And this is like, no, I was having a conversation with my homeboy the other day about things is tight, and I'm saying, and I'm still kind of figuring things out. But the way that I'm able to live with things being extremely tight is still a lot more than a lot of people got. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't know how well, not wealthy, but how much you have. You know what I'm saying? Again, you spend so much of it, you know what I'm saying, that you don't realize, you're able to afford this shit. The fact that it's possible on your income means that you're making a good amount of money. Because again, it costs money to be able to afford a lot of different shit, especially now. You know. So anyway, so this story with so Jay-Z was falsely, we know it was BS. It was a stupid case to begin with, but Tony Busby dismisses lawsuit against Jay-Z and Diddy over allegations of actually assaulting a 13-year-old girl. Jay-Z released a statement. I'm gonna go ahead and just read the caption so we can get a better understanding in case you didn't know. Jay-Z is speaking out after lawsuit against himself and Diddy, where they were accused of actually assaulting a 13-year-old girl in 2000, has been dismissed by the attorney representing the Jane Doe. Jane Doe meaning she was never identified, according to a court filing made on Friday in New York. At Variety reports that attorneys Tony Busby and Antigone Curis filed the voluntary dismissal. As we reported, their attorneys claimed Jane Doe was who accused the musicians of actual assault, hereby gives notice that the above captioned action is voluntarily dismissed with prejudice. This is the response from Jay. The frivolous and fictitious and appalling allegations have been dismissed, Jay-Z wrote in a statement. The civil suit was without merit and was never going anywhere. The fictional tale they created was laughable, if not for the seriousness of the claims. I would not wish this experience on anyone. So Jay put out a statement, I'm gonna read the second half. This 1-800 lawyer gets to file a suit hiding behind a Jane Doe. And when they quickly realize that the money grab is going to fail, they get to walk away with no repercussions. The system has failed. The court must protect victims, of course. while with the same ethical responsibility, the courts must protect the innocent from being accused without a shred of evidence. May the truth prevail for all victims and those falsely accused equally. The reason why I bring this up, well, for one, shout out to Jay, man. I'm glad that they got that situation out the way. I know it wasn't going to go nowhere, but the point is that if Jay, your success will always take shots at you. If Jay wasn't successful, he would never have to worry about anything like this. I mean, and he does have a good point. These people can make allegations against you. They can say anything. Now luckily, Jay is not an active artist right now, putting out music right now because, someone now seeing how y'all just ran with this thing with Drake and calling him a PDF file and y'all reasons for that, like, fam, it's corny. Most you ninjas in the audience that's commenting, if I go through all of your actions and go through your life, you're going to have things that maybe don't look that cool on camera. But when it comes to something as serious as allegations of actual assault, if you can't show me a case number, if you can't even show me victims who claim to have gone through that, you cannot put that label on someone. And also, the fact that this is what people say all the time, this makes the suit even stronger because it is damaging his reputation. The fact that Kendrick Lamar was able to make a song, damn near host, the song is about that. Basically, very desperate. But it's defamation because you cannot prove any of that. What this is about is that y'all believe in conspiracy theories, and y'all all believe that people who are successful, the only reason why they're successful is because they're evil somehow. That's why you guys wanted to buy into the whole Illuminati thing. When I became popular on YouTube, back on YouTube, right? This was always a thing people talked about, but people, these videos became, because YouTube was becoming more popular at the time. So these videos that were talking about the Illuminati and how all these celebrities were a part of it and what their secret agenda was and whatnot, these videos became more popular. And it was a whole rabbit hole that a lot of people were studying and looking at. And Jay was one of the people that they was accusing of being in this, like this secret society and whatnot. And who knows? I mean, who knows? And maybe he is, right? But people used to be saying that he was connected with the Freemasons, and they have these pictures where they say, yeah, so this thing he's doing with his hand or this, all these different things, they all mean different things. And maybe they do. I don't know, right? But a part of why you bought into it is because it makes you feel better about the amazing things that person has done and what they've accomplished. And it gives you a reason to say, okay, no, so they accomplished that because of this. Not because they're worthy, not because it's supposed to happen, or not because if you work hard at something long enough, you will become successful. Especially if you keep doing it and then you do it a little better every single time. I was talking to my homeboy the other day about, like, damn, like real talk, that is really like the key to success. 2 years ago, when I decided, well, not 2 years, I'm sorry, almost 2 years ago, when I decided that, I'm going to become a very successful YouTuber, right? It was because I had the experience and the faith that I said, if I just keep making these videos and keep making them, right, something will happen. And it did. That's for anything. So the reason why it came up is because me and my best friend, we decided that, we're going to try to maintain, get as close to 15,000 steps as many times a week as possible to go ahead and bring this weight down. And I'm here to tell you, it sounds like a lot. And I read this a while back about, like, you don't really start seeing real weight loss until you get between 15 and 20,000 steps a day. Real talk, that is the magic. 15,000 steps is the magic number. That's the number of steps that no matter who you are, if you get 15,000 steps off on a regular basis, you will lose weight. So it's impossible not to. You understand? So anyway, Shout out to Jay, man. So also just for the parallel, like I said before, yo, when you're up there and you're competing and whatnot, it's such a unique experience to be in, right? Um and I say that because we look at what Drake is going through right now and what he's experiencing. And ironically, people keep pointing out the fact that no one's even come out trying to sue Drake for nothing. He has no cases against him whatsoever. And Azealia Banks made a really interesting point about artists. Most artists wish they had the paper and had the money to be able to retain lawyers to sue their record label for what they're owed. And honestly, when we think about it, honestly, real talk, they were saying on a Joe Budden podcast, like this may have been the play from the beginning. What was to always get his label into a position where he knows he'll be able to either get out of his deal or negotiate a higher deal. Because I mean, to a certain degree, it's like, man, like what, like why of all times to respond to Kendrick did you respond this time? And it might have been because he knew that, yo, they're going to try to use him to bring the number of this deal down. One way or the other, I'm getting out the deal. It's getting late. All right, let's do let's see. Let's go to my bookmarks real quick. Let's go to Twitter. Let's see what Sneeko has to say.
10 songs, each one memorable. I'm giving this album, it's good, but it's not one of like Drake's most memorable albums. But it's also not a Drake album, it's a collab album. I like Die Trying, Give Me a Hug, Nokia. Party did really well in the first 7. Party got too repetitive, bro. Compare this to What a Time to Be Alive. I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna take What a Time to Be Alive over this any day. What a Time to Be Alive is like nice, 10 songs, each one memorable. I can remember each song off the top of my head right now from What a Time to Be Alive. This one, it's like so many songs blend together. There's some good bars, there's good moments, there's definitely good moments on this album. I think they went way too ambitious with 21 songs, either just trying to get a bunch of streams. I think it was smart for him to do a collab album after what happened with the beef. I'm giving it a 6 out of 10. I was thinking 5, 6, I'll give it a 6 because the beat switch is really good. The production was great. Drake had some good verses. The R&B, which is it's an R&B album, and the R&B got stale. Like it got really repetitive and predictable. There was many times you could like finish saying the song before they finished it. The hoes will love this, and it's smart. Like it's war. It's the art of war. It's war strategy. Kendrick tries to call you a pedophile and a groomer, all this stuff, and then you drop an album, 21 songs for the hus.
So, what I will say is this: they've been getting ready to put this album together, so it didn't come because of the beef and whatnot. But I'm going to play a few more videos in terms of people's reaction to this album. The album dropped at midnight yesterday. And I feel like to a certain degree, this is the downside to having like media it's not necessarily managed by any group of people or corporation or company or whatever, right? What the same thing with the beef. People were forcing because again, these people have to entertain. They have to give you content. So to a certain degree, some people and I get it. Even like today, where I said, "Well, I'm about to make some content today." That's why it took me a minute to kind of get started because I was like, "Damn, I'm not really sure like what I want to talk about." You feel me? And I just say, "Yo, let's just go ahead and just go." You know what I mean? And I had to sometimes remind myself, "Yo, stop thinking. When you think too long, yo, I'll fuck around and think for an hour or two. Before I know it's like midnight. You feel me? But people were kind of forcing takes. But I'm gonna go ahead and play a few more videos. And we'll go ahead and share our thoughts. And I'm going to speak on my thoughts on it as well. Oh, it's not the right order. I don't feel like it is. Let's see. Where's the other one? There was another one. Oh, here it is. Is this it? Let me refresh this real quick. I thought I had it on here, man. All right, there's a video with Charlemagne and DJ Envy. Let's see if I saved it or not. Okay, I did not. All right, it's fine. Maybe it's here. Oh shit, no, it's over here. Let me see. Where is I want the one with Charlemagne real quick. I have it on my IG, but oh, here we go. Boom.
Project thus far, it just feels manufactured. It lacks, and I've never been a fan of Drake singing. I do like Party, but something about what I've heard on this project thus far, it just feels manufactured. It lacks soul. It's like AI and B.
Yeah, but I would say maybe it's not for you because he does it for his core fans that like him in that area. No, I'm just telling you what you're saying because you don't like Drake regardless. You don't like Drake when he sings. You don't like Drake when he walks. You don't like Drake when he talks. You don't like Drake when he gets a haircut. You just don't like Drake, and that's fine. That's not for you. But these are for his core fans.
We're talking about
I like rapper Drake. You just don't like if Drake put out the best record ever.
I mean, look, let me tell you something. Like when every man point this out, like the dynamic between like the clear dynamic between dark-skinned guys and light-skinned guys, like yo, because like you don't want to think that way about black people, right? But I'm like, yo, Charlemagne damn near made a career out of hating on Drake from the very beginning. You know what I'm saying? And it was like, yo, it was like one of those things, and people always have the same critique. And it's like, yo, he's multi-talented. It is what it is. Well, Wayne made that point about people's beef with Drake is Drake not being who they want him to be. And but the thing is that we don't do that to Kendrick because what I'll say is that, yo, Kendrick conditions his fans, not even his fans, people who listen to him, to do something very much differently than what you do with Drake. When you hear Kendrick, you come into it with the expectation that I'm going to have to like kind of basically try to understand him. That's where the whole, you know, choose your adventure shit comes from. When you do your own interpretation, where for the most part, Kendrick says, nigga, you make it hot. I'm not gonna make it fire. You make it fire. You find a way to like it. And to a certain degree, I'm not mad at that because to a certain degree, an artist does have to take chances and go on a journey. I never had a problem with Kenny doing that. But don't tell me that it's fire. That's not all fire. Like Mr. Morale is not really a good album. It's not an enjoyable album. You know what I mean? And the same thing with Pimp a Butterfly. A lot of it is not enjoyable because it's not really an album. It's basically what you feel like doing. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how to put it. You know what I'm saying? The like all those basically those like nightmare songs. Kendrick be making these nightmare songs. These songs are just like they're not really good songs. It's just I don't know what to call that shit. But it's like not. But when you're at this high of a level, you're supposed to be able to make an album that plays the whole way through. That's not people's critique for Drake. You know what's funny is Drake is, especially with someone like Part Next Door. Drake and Part Next Door are so good at making music that the people are trying to find something wrong with the music. Do you hear that shit? You're trying to find something wrong with it because you have a different expectation. Same thing with Jay. People have a to the point where he can't put music out like that because your expectation is different. Whereas with Nas, whatever Nas chooses to do, you'll find something you like about it, and then you'll focus on that. No artist anywhere in the world, there's very few albums where the whole thing is just great and every moment is unique. And I mean, I had to think about really old albums to even think about that shit. Because to a certain degree, Drake people like Drake, it wasn't just Drake, it was Drake, T-Pain, Wayne, Jeezy, and Future, and who else? I think about people who people kind of imitate or emulate, or there's a little bit of their DNA in all music, but mostly T-Pain and Drake and Future in particular. You know what I'm saying? Because they wrote the most songs, the most hits, and they kind of established a standard or just a new standard for how that shit's supposed to hit and how it's supposed to go. All right. But just in general, what I realized, and you know, when I kind of basically had to start over, I know this is going to be a really interesting journey for me because I've gotten to a point where, like, all right, I become more successful than everyone I know, and now I become poorer than everyone I know, and now I'm about to become more successful than everyone I know again, and it's going to last forever this time. And I know that while I'm doing this, I need to really absorb and really take it all in. Pause, because it's never going to happen again. I'll never experience this again. I'll never be like, even like this time, not this time last year, but like, you know, like in the winter last year. In 2023, like, yo, that was real talk. Yo, I walk by faith, my nigga. Walk by faith. I was thinking about, like, damn, like that could have went so bad. Like I could have been in such a bad situation. And I'm like, damn, that's why it's so important to live righteously. No matter what, I always win. Whatever my objective is, if I'm supposed to have it and I'm working towards it, that's where I'm going to be. But going back to this dynamic, you know what I mean, of because we got to think about voices too. So whether we want to admit it or not, Charlemagne has had an influence on people. When people hear strong opinions like that, it does sway them. You know what I'm saying? Because it brings attention to it. All right. So when he has thousands or potentially millions of listeners, this is back in the 2010s. And you have this one personality who's choosing to kind of go against everyone else that have a very strong opinion and basically kind of, and again, he always would say, yeah, he has good music, but I don't like him singing. And it's like, yeah, I feel you, but I'm like, it's just not like, you know, it's one thing if he couldn't sing. One thing if it just sounded like trash and whatnot. I think a part of it was he wasn't what you thought a rapper should be. All right. And what we got to understand, and what Black folks always try to do, is that we try to limit what other Black people can do and like and how they can express themselves. Like I always harken back to the first time I went to school in a really bad area. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to single motherhood. And the other like good kids, because they were good kids. They wasn't really hood kids like that, but they was from the area. And they made a point to kind of teach me how to like maneuver around these hyenas and hyenas. You know what I mean? And one of the first things they told me was, yo, you sound too white. You talk too proper. You got to talk like this. You know what I'm saying? And talk, and it was so that I would be able to fit in and have an easier time. And that's really anywhere you're at, right? But Black folks don't even think niggas should be able to watch cartoons. If you grew up and you liked anime, because now, mind you, anime is nowhere near as popular in America as it is, like, you know, now, where there's so much access to it. We got girls who got animes that they watch. You know what I'm saying? You never will come across no girl who watched the anime. Especially not no cute girls, but now it's on Netflix now. So it's very easy for a girl to come across an anime that she likes and she'll actually watch it and get into it. You know what I'm saying? It's not uncommon. But the conversation that they're all having is very, very, very disingenuous, because they're talking about, there's absolutely, you know what's crazy? No one has any trust. I'm gonna say no one, because what I realized was that, yo, no one, you're not trying to enjoy Drake's music. Drake put out 5 bangers over the summer. I think it was like SOD, Circadian Rhythm, No Face, the shit with Lotto, that's 4. It's Up, that's 5. Well, yeah, one more. I think that's like 6. Pardon me. And then we had a few more verses. All bangers. And I'm like, I remember feeling weird about playing the shit a little bit. I'm like, no, nigga, this is fire. What the fuck? No, I said, no, this is good music. I like this. And I liked it for the first time I heard it. You understand? And so I also want to comment on what Sneeko said about, no, these songs kind of blend together, and he sound kind of same. That's how all good projects sound to you the first time you hear them. All good albums sound kind of like this to you the first. You just heard the album. You think you've heard every lyric so far, or you digested every lyric so far? And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that what they have on this is crazy profound. I haven't finished it either, right? And it sounded like what I thought it was going to sound like. I mean, I don't know what you thought it was going to sound like. I mean, like, but Fam, enjoy the goddamn music first. These niggas, this is top tier talent. Don't be ungrateful. All right, goddamn. If there's songs in there that y'all enjoy, because I already see people online dancing to the damn songs. All right, I think you know what's funny is I think people to a certain degree, when you're really good, people get to where they get tired of admitting how good you are. And I'm not saying people are blown away by the album, but it's like, nigga, it dropped last night. It takes a little while. That's why, like I said before, I didn't jump right out there when GNX first came out. I mostly just started saying, and I don't think it's whack as in like whack. It's whack as in if I'm trying to call you saying he the GOAT. Nah, this is not. It's whack for you because this is not how you rap. That's what I'm saying. I don't know who was this nigga. You know what I'm saying? Yo, I heard that album and said,
who are these niggas?
I cried laughing when I
you know what I'm saying?
like,
we need to stay away from these niggas.
Stay away from these niggas. All right, yo, I'm out of here, man. I've been here long enough, yo. Shout out to Angry Man. I'm gonna be stealing your lines, but anyway, yo, we out of here. Clap it up for yourselves again, man. We love y'all.